Hi there, it's Matthew, and it's been a while since I've done a video. I wanted to do a video outdoors in a more natural setting, and I think people may find that calming. There are many videos that I enjoy watching outdoors that are calming, and as you know, this channel, Panic Attack Recovery, is all about calming and freeing you from anxiety, panic, and also we expanded over the years to helping things like ADHD and improving focus. So you will notice that it's a very relaxed format. You'll see flies going by. You'll see the camera move a little bit in the wind. But we'll see how this goes, and we'll see if we do another in this format or not. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about today was the idea of how to kind of draw upon all the videos that we've put together on the channel over the years, and how to convey information in a more conceptual, fundamental way that doesn't involve like a step-by-step process, but allows you to take from it what you will. We're all different, and I think that's a key. So trying to give you instructions that are specific to you or suggestions is often frustrating for people. I know it's been frustrating for me. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do these videos outdoors in a natural setting, and what I'd like to focus on is how do I synthesize the information that has been shared on the channel throughout the years, shared on podcasts, on website articles, and in our newsletter. How do I distill that, or at least synthesize it into more conceptual, but also information that people can use in a way that helps them, as opposed to, as I said, a step-by-step process. So the topic I wanted to talk about today is learning to take a break and experience the present moment. So I guess the way to think about it is taking a break throughout the day at different times and focusing on the present moment and not focusing on anything else. You're not continuing to work or continuing to engage in an activity that you normally would be engaging in. So if you're working throughout the day, it's learning to take a present moment break, if you will, throughout the day. As I said, this is not a step-by-step video, this is more conceptual. But the point is, I'm sure you've all heard of the term mindfulness before, and presence. And that's exactly what I'm talking about here. I know myself when I work throughout the day, and I can see the cameras moving a bit. When I work throughout the day, it's very easy to almost be on a hamster wheel and just keep going and going and going around. And every so often I'll catch myself and I'll notice my heart's racing, my adrenaline's going, and it's like, wow, I haven't taken a break for hours, and I have all these thoughts going through my head. And I know many other people experience similar times, especially when they're busy. Let's say you have a to-do list. Like right now, I'm going away on a vacation for 2 weeks, and I'm just going through all of the things I've got to get done before I go away, and it's like one thing after another. And what I've been finding lately is more, as the busier I get, the more I'm trying to cram work into every moment. But it's almost like drinking from a fire hose, if you will. It's like it's nonstop, and my body, my physiology starts to feel it. And one of the things that's always been helpful for me, but I've fallen out of the habit of doing, is just taking a break throughout the day. And this is something that I think we all need to do, and I think we all will do it in different ways. So again, this is not a step-by-step video, but it's suggestions. And so what I would suggest, and what works for me, is maybe I'll just share what works for me. Probably about every hour, I will take a break for about 30 seconds to a minute, where I'll take in, 3 deep breaths. So 3 breaths in, breath out. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Obviously, that's a fast version of it. You obviously want to do this slowly. But that's all it needs to really be for 30 seconds to a minute. You know, if you're really pressed for time, but you're able to do that, say every hour, or whatever you want to do. Maybe you would like to do it after every task. So let's say that you work on a task for 30 minutes and then you take a break and you do this, and then you work on something for another 30 minutes, you take a break. That can be really helpful as well. It doesn't really matter probably whether it's 30 minutes or an hour, but I think what's important is being able to take a break where you have a contrasting experience. So if you think about it, we're go, 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 as I said, on the hamster wheel all day. But if we can, throughout that day, break it up into these presence, mindfulness minutes, if you want to call it that, where we just take three breaths in, and obviously breathing out, so 3 breathing cycles. We're not thinking about anything, we're not worrying, we try to just be aware of the fact, like, we're in the present moment and we're focusing on the present moment. So I'll kind of demonstrate what I do. And like I said, I do it every hour. I actually use a mindfulness app on my phone that is quite good. It's a free app, and every hour the bell rings, the mindfulness bell rings, and I will go ahead. I actually use the Plum Village app, but you can use whatever you want. You can set an alarm, or you can just even remember to do it. And when that dings, as soon as I can, I stop what I'm doing. It has to be feasible. If I'm right in the middle of something, I may have to finish it up, but as soon as I'm able to, I stop. And then I'm not trying to think about anything when I'm doing this mindfulness break, but what I'll do, as I said, is I take 3 breaths in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So essentially I stop, I'm not thinking about anything, and I'm just going. Now what I do is I breathe in through my nose and I breathe out. I exhale through my mouth. That's how I do it, but please do what you're comfortable with. There is some research that I've read from some sources who indicate that breathing in through your nose is much better. And some of it suggests breathing in and breathing out of your nose as often as you can is better for things like nitrous oxide in your body and other benefits. But it's not so much about that, but that's just what I do. So I'm breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Now, you can do it for longer, obviously, and what you'll also learn too, and what I've learned is, like, this is why I wanted to do this outdoors. And I think when I did, other than some of the noise you sometimes hear outdoors, it can be pretty calming. But when I was breathing that last time, you probably heard the wind. So you can kind of almost use the outdoor sounds to anchor you in relaxation. And when you hear the wind, you think of breath. Maybe think of breath work. But essentially, you can just be taking a break and just doing nothing, thinking about nothing for 30 seconds to a minute. It's hard to do, but I think the more you do it, the easier it becomes to break away from the busy pace of life for 30 seconds to a minute, say every hour of your 8-hour workday, and then go back to work. But what I find really helpful is that you have a contrasting experience. You can focus for the hour, and then at the top of the hour, I'll take a break, and then I can go back to work again, and I can take another break. And as I said, you can do it every 30 minutes, you could do it every 15 minutes if you wanted to, but you have a contrasting experience that way, and that kind of makes the day, I think, more balanced, more interesting, so that you're stopping those thoughts where you're just constantly drinking from a fire hose and really never taking a break. So that's really what's important. And I think what's interesting about this is many people will say that, you know, when you connect with your body, you're connecting with nature. We're all part of nature, if you will. our biology, our physiology. So we're sort of connecting to a higher power, whatever that is for you. For some of you, it's God. For some of you, it's just nature itself, natural forces, your physiology, your biology. But you're connecting to something, and you're relaxing for that period of time, and you're allowing the silence to come in. Now, silence doesn't mean absolute silence. As we are out here in the woods, you can hear the wind, you can hear traffic in the distance sometimes, other vehicles perhaps driving by occasionally, but it's certainly very contrasting compared to work and thinking, where you have that racing mind all day. What you'll find is, this is very simple, and you might think, well, I already knew all this, what's the point? I think the point, what I would suggest, is you consider doing this for a week or more, and you never know what the benefits are going to be. They might be far greater than you think they will, or maybe they'll be what you expected. But I think you'll find it good to be able to enjoy breathing and combining it with the present moment, and really learning to experience and enjoy that present moment. Because this channel is about freeing you from anxiety and panic and improving your focus. And this exercise can help you improve your focus throughout the day, break free from anxiety and stress, stop the racing monkey mind, and that helps your concentration, obviously. It can help you with your staying power when you're focused, because remember, you're contrasting the experience. So when you relax, you're relaxing. And when you're working, you're focused, you're concentrating. And that's a very healthy balance. I mean, we don't want to be spaced out all day and doing nothing all day, and this is not how society works. I think it's really important to be real when we do videos, and we're all busy, and we all have things to do, a job to do. And when we work, we need to be able to focus our time efficiently. But at the same time, we need to take care of ourselves, and we need to have those self-care breaks, if you will, for an hour. But what I found is you can really learn to enjoy the present moment. You can really enjoy, especially if you can do it in nature. You can go to a park, or you can go wherever, but it doesn't have to be. You can look out the window at nature. You can look at a picture of nature, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can do it in the office. The important thing is just learning to stop in the present moment. I know many people that have talked to me, and they use it on a plane. They're breathing in, and they're just enjoying the present moment. But what I think is really important as well is we learn to accept the present moment for what it is. We're not always needing more stimulation or more focus, especially if you've ever suffered with any addiction issues or any sort of habits you want to kick. What you find is you're often looking for that hit of dopamine, so to speak, from an activity. But you learn to accept the present moment and not need that hit. And that can really help you to enjoy life. And what I found is these present moments, if you will, they've gotten longer. Sometimes they're 5 minutes where I'm just sitting and enjoying the moment. Some people might call it meditation. That's fine. But I'm not even doing the breathing exercise for the 5 minutes. I might start out doing that, and then I'm just relaxing. And I think it's something that you have to work on. And this is a conceptual thing. You need to find what works for you. But I guess what I would recommend, if I can recommend anything, is think of this conceptually. Think about how it can work for you. Enjoy the present moment. And maybe what you can do is learn to lose yourself in the present moment and feel that connection with nature or your surroundings without constantly thinking. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again.